Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean?
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
It's over?
It's over 8,000!
Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been trying to find your passageway to Krakoa all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Project, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit. On my left, Stitch.
It's 2020 and Tyler Perry's still trash.
Oh, my far right engineer and on the 1 to 2 Chuck me on the 3s and 4s, Kronos.
One of the greatest things about World War III almost happening is that I already fucking served. You can't get me, bitch!
Oh, in the middle we got the old ninja.
We Black and the Black Times Infinity on that CPT.
Last but not least, returning your boy Blue.
It's your boy Blue, and this is 2020.
Yes, yes.
Damn.
A little bit late, but we right up in here.
Back up in this bitch, full crew.
Fuck them technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We back up.
Iran was cyber attacking us.
If I ran.
Good fucking shit.
Now we gotta bomb one of the other guys.
Oh, shit, here we go.
Because of some shit he did back in fucking 1984.
Oh, god dang.
Taking it all the way back.
That's a fucking grudge.
juice box when I was 4 years old. Fuck your father.
God damn. Good to have you both back, Blue and Stitch.
Well, I would have been here last week, but I didn't know we were recording, so my bad. Plus, I was a little bit hungover, so
Oh, shit.
talking on the mics wasn't what I was feeling.
Uh-oh.
It was New Year's Day, man.
Yeah, it was New Year's Day.
A whole lot of fucking drinking.
You had to. Well, you drank the day before, right? Or you just kept it going.
That night, oh yeah.
Keep it rolling.
Damn.
Isn't that how it's supposed to work? Aren't you supposed to drink all fucking day?
Oh, man.
I'm wrong in the New Year's Day.
It's all good till you have kids, and you're like, you can't drink all fucking day.
Yeah, no shit.
I thought New Year's Day was National Hangover Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
for a lot of folks. Watch some college football and be hungover.
Yep.
Who we got up in the chat?
Nobody in the chat just yet because we're late, so we need to pay the consequences for that. So sorry. We have serious technical difficulties with my camera and the
Internet.
well, it's not the internet too. That's fucking. It's like 3 problems.
Yeah.
My camera, the internet, and then my fucking capture device. Like they kind of all shit crapped out at the same time. But Jeffrey Hamilton, you listened a whole bunch of times over the past week. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Is anybody in the
I always
chat
related
still
to
late?
Mark Hamilton.
Yeah.
Or that's Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Or was the other Hamilton guy? Wasn't there like a
Alexander Hamilton.
What was the skater guy? The guy that used to. Who am I thinking of?
I'm thinking of Tony Hawk.
That's the only skater I know.
By
By
thinking
default.
like figure skaters.
Is it Scott Hamilton?
Oh, yeah.
Figure skater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott Hamilton.
They did a thing on South Park about him.
Yeah, what would Scott Hamilton?
Did
Yeah.
he
No,
do
that was
it?
Brian
Or Brian
Bartano.
Yeah,
Bartano.
I was gonna say, is that
They
Brian
both-
Bartano?
I
Aren't
fucked
they
that all
both in
up.
it? Yeah.
I think he's
Well,
a skater,
no,
though.
but
Everything
Yeah,
I
yeah, he's an ice skater.
I think they're both in it,
Yeah.
but they just
Figure
put
skater.
Brian Bartano.
You gotta say it
above
right.
him. Say it with your chest.
All right. Old Ninja, what you got on? Usually you pour out some type of malt beverage or something.
We're gonna pour some King Cobra this time for Syd Mead. His official name is Sydney Mead. He's I guess he was an industrial designer, but he's known as a neo-futuristic conceptual artist. He's most famous for the artwork on Blade Runner, Aliens, and Tron.
Okay.
He's also worked on a couple games, Cyber Race and Cyber Speedway. He's also been like consulting with other games, including CD Projekt Red, on like basically
Cyberpunk 2077.
cyberpunkish like games and books and whatnot. So he's been influential in design.
Blade Runner did look tight. Like,
Yeah,
I'll give it
that
props.
was literally all him. He's the only one, but he helped out with Aliens. He was like second to H.R. Geiger, so I mean he was able to continue it on with Covenant and whatnot. So, R.I.P. to him.
That's good shit, man. I hope they do another good Aliens movie.
H.R. Geiger is just like, he was like one guy who was like, you know what, I want a fucking alien.
Yeah,
I
pretty
want to
much.
just make a fucking whole franchise on that shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
he did, but
Yeah.
he had a lot of followers. That dude had a huge
They
amount of
all wanted to
followers.
fuck aliens.
Yeah, it all was literally like that. Alien, like biotech type shit with fucking dicks and vaginas just all intertwining.
I bet you that he was probably an unfuckable white dude. I have no idea what he looks like.
You don't know what he looks like?
I've never seen him. What does he look like? God damn it! Now I'm fucking
I'm just
curious.
gonna put it out there. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Let's see. He's
Same
looking-
thing with like every single person that you see that got abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
It's always some unfuckable white dude.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I've seen. He's looking it up right now and shit. What are you looking up over there?
No.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Dude, he looks
Holy
like
sh-
he.
What did I fucking call it?
Yeah.
I mean, not to
man.
be racist, but he kind of looks like he just stepped off the set of Planet of the Apes.
God damn. Hold on. Now we're seeing his
There we
art.
go. Face.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
Looks like Marlon Brando.
yeah.
Yeah, bad
he looks
version.
like Meatloaf.
Actually, younger it wasn't that bad, I guess, but still weird looking.
Yeah, the one at the bottom row looks like he just stepped off Planet of the
Right
Apes.
here?
Yeah.
But
I mean-
his artwork was dope though.
Yeah.
That's I can't.
We're not models either,
Wait,
but
did he do the artwork for
oh
Modern
god
Warfare?
damn, he looks like the fucking Emperor Palpatine. Shit.
Shit.
Fuck.
But his contributions to sci-fi are
Yeah.
inescapable.
Did he do the artwork for Warcraft? Because
No.
the artwork off to the side kind of looks like the cover of Warcraft.
No.
Oh,
Hey,
not.
this guy married a model.
Of course. That money though.
He married a Swiss model.
Was it an alien model?
No, she was a Swiss model.
There you go.
Was it a model of machine? I'm just kidding.
All right.
Maybe.
That's
Also,
disrespectful.
there's another RIP.
it not working?
Our good friend Shelby.
I got
Did she have an official name on here?
Oh, Hardly Nank.
Harley. Okay, yeah. And I think she was, I guess, the original White Girl of the Future winner. One of her close friends, Carly McCord, passed away in a plane crash.
Yeah, I was all over ESPN.
Yeah, it was just after Christmas. I believe it was like the 29th. She was a sports reporter for the Saints, Pelicans, and LSU football down in Louisiana. And her father-in-law was the actual offensive coordinator for the LSU football team. They were on a plane, like a, I guess, propeller sort of private plane going to the national championship semifinal game, and it crashed actually in my old hometown of Lafayette, Louisiana, and everything. There's 5 people on board. I think 4 of them perished, and I think the one person who did survive, he's in real bad condition. He's looks like he's gonna make it, but he's still hospitalized and everything. So
Sorry.
yeah, she still listens. Obviously, she reached out to us because I know she was listening definitely because she had a lot of questions on The Witcher and everything. So
Answer a question?
I got to check back to it because she was kind of confused on everything that was going on. I hadn't watched it at the time, but I'm sure it was all cleared up last week. But no, she was going through a rough time with her close friend and everything.
Yeah, shout out to her though. Man, where do we even fucking begin?
We should start with the big fucking news.
Go ahead. What's the big news?
So us blowing up
World War III, y'all.
an Iranian general who was basically the head of their Spec Ops division. I forgot their official name. And then the U.S. tension with Iran escalating with Iran attacking one of our U.S. or 2 bases, I believe, launching missiles and whatnot. But then Trump tweeting that everything's okay, even though 20 people died.
Did people die?
I thought nobody died.
I heard 20 people died. No,
But nobody died in the retaliation.
okay. But yeah, I mean, there's been all kinds of debate, a lot of fears. Hashtag World War III has been trending on Twitter for like a week now. A lot of memes, of course.
Yeah, well,
It's just kind of, I mean, there's a lot of like questions whether Trump did this legally, if he had the legal authority to go in and attack another country's sovereignty or whatever.
Well, just to even sort of previously set the table with what transpired over last week. I know back in, I think it was 2015, we had a sort of peace treaty with Iran.
With a nuclear
Nuclear arms like thing.
Yeah, we sort of like, we're like, all right, we sort of, we're like, all right, we understand, don't do this, we won't do that, et cetera, et cetera. So everything seemed to, at least from my understanding, be all right and chill. Then it seemed stuff escalated when there was I guess an attack or some people jumped the wall at a U.S. embassy.
The U.S. Embassy in
In-
Baghdad.
Yeah.
You're talking about recently?
Yeah.
Well,
It was Christmas
recently
Day.
that was like after. So we slapped him with a bunch of sanctions, and this is like one of the main reasons. I'm sure Prodigy can talk about this too, but the way that they're portraying this and like on the right wing side is not like the actual facts of what is really occurring, and they're trying to pull basically another let's just attack somebody thing to like get money out of the economy and put it in the hands of fucking contractors and shit like that. Because like there was a bunch of shit that happened. Like everybody, they're only showing the stuff that happened like that was where Iran was doing shit, but it also didn't talk about how America and the UN, they slapped sanctions on them after they signed this nuclear deal, and that's a big deal. Look, listen, I'm no fucking Iranian sympathizer, you know what I mean? But we can't just sit there and say that our hands were clean in the whole thing, you know, because we slapped them with serious sanctions that affected their economy, and you know, and a whole bunch of other things. And I think that, you know, after we had, what was it? It was riots that happened at an embassy.
Right.
When I first saw that, I've been to that fucking embassy. I lived in Iraq for like a year and a half. I've been to the Green Zone multiple times. And there should have been zero chance that any fucking person using any kind of force should have gotten anywhere near, especially unarmed, near the fucking front door of that embassy. It should have been fucking impossible.
And why is that, Kronos?
The main reason why is because they keep playing this fucking Game of Thrones, basically, in President Trump's like cabinet. Like back in
I'm sorry. I mean, like in terms of getting close to the embassy itself, what should have prevented?
Oh, they should have got
military,
fucking shot.
I just want to make sure.
Shut the fuck up.
Make sure everybody's clear on
Yeah,
that.
they
But go ahead.
should have been full of fucking holes well before they got anywhere near that place. But you know, I'm watching these videos and I'm like, how are they at the door like with a fucking battering ram and no guns and trying to battering down this door? And I'm like, why are they not getting shot? Like, it didn't make any fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
So how'd
At
that even
all.
happen then?
Because the fucking administration, they decided to half-ass all these military operations. First of all, there's no fucking clear plan about Iraq and Afghanistan. Zero. Even with the killing of Soleimani, whatever the fuck his name is, there's no clear plan of what to do after that. There's zero plan. All right. So going back though, in December of 2018, General Mattis. Sorry, this is gonna be political, sort of. But General Mattis, he put in for his resignation. He was a Secretary of Defense. He used to be in the Marine Corps. He was a fucking general, four-star general in the Marine Corps. But he was the commandant in the Marine Corps. I think. I can't remember correctly because I've been drinking. Anyway, he was the Secretary of Defense, and he decided to resign in 2018 because there was no clear plan for Iraq, Afghanistan, and he didn't appreciate the way that President Trump was dealing with our allies. Okay, so he put in for it, and he gave him a 3-month fucking notice for them to find a new Secretary of Defense.
Most jobs give you 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Do
What
them a
happened?
favor.
So what happened there?
It's not filled.
Literally, either the same day or the day after that, President Trump fired him immediately. And so the seat did not get filled for another 9 fucking months. It didn't get filled until August of fucking 2019. That's a 9-month gap where we didn't have a main leader in our military. A 9-month gap. How the fuck does that happen?
I'm going to say this just real quickly, not to step on anything, but it goes back to even after the election.
Yeah.
He purposely did not prepare for the transition. And you're required by law to prepare for the transition in terms of who you're going to put in certain seats, like Department of Energy, Department of Education, and all that. There's a whole lot of vacancies on purpose because there's a failure to plan. There's one, I'm sorry to make a quick book recommendation, but there's a whole great book about this called The Fifth Risk that goes into a whole lot of detail. I just finished reading it. It was amazing because it goes department by department in terms of purposely not filling seats. That's all I'll say.
And it's making us weaker overseas. And I've been saying that for like the longest time now. Like the fact that you're leaving these main seats open and not being filled, like shit is not getting done. Like literally not getting done. Like the fact that we had a U.S. embassy on foreign soil, obviously it's on foreign soil, but like in a war zone that is not properly staffed is fucking ridiculous. This is multiple layers of failure that goes all the way up to President Trump. And the fact that he just decides that, oh, well, this general happens to be in the vicinity, so I'm gonna just fucking kill this guy. You know, after we had some riots that literally caused no deaths. Nobody fucking died or was hurt in those riots at that embassy. And so he just arbitrarily decided to fucking kill this guy. Yeah, it was a piece of shit, but still, we should be trying to get out of the country or de-escalate anything in that region.
Well, and who's going to be the replacement of that piece of shit, blah, blah, blah?
Yeah, exactly.
Someone who doesn't have friendly American views, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Probably more aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, look at the news in the past, like 6 months with Iran. Look at they were having protests in the streets for their government, saying that, hey, we want to have, fairer rights.
Because
like
people are
that.
starving. There's
Yes.
people who are starving, people who can't feed their children, people who can't get access to medicine.
Exactly. But now, after he killed this fucking one general, look what happened. They all got unified. Fuck America.
Yep. Burning flags and all. Ugh.
Was that worth it? To me, it's not. And yeah, I understand the history of this guy with IEDs, killing Americans, blah, 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 blah. I totally get that. I'm a fucking U.S. Marine. When you're at war, people will die. We've killed a bunch of people too. We killed a bunch of people in accidents. But I don't expect to have this kind of tit-for-tat shit that happened a long time ago to keep occurring. Because if we keep doing this, it'll never fucking end. Literally never fucking end.
Right.
If we let every single person that was a civilian or otherwise, even the military, get retribution on every single American that perpetrated some sort of perceived crime here in America, it would be an endless fucking cycle of fucking bullshit.
Eye for an eye mentality.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Iran said that we're done for now. I don't believe that shit for a fucking second. I don't believe that shit for a second. It'd be like if they killed General Petraeus.
Yeah.
Like if somebody killed General Petraeus, do you think we would be done?
No way.
Fuck no.
No way in shit. No way in shit. And I'm just going to say this too. Our other allies in the region are nervous as fuck. Israel and
totally would
Kuwait.
Have they even
and-
said anything about it? They've just been sort of sitting this out. They've like, this is your mess.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. I mean,
Well, some of them said some stuff, but it's just like, and even some of the GOP leaders, the Republican leaders, when they actually finally sat down, because Trump and his administration decided to say that there was credible threats to America. But when I watched Mike Pompeo talk about it, he said that there was threats to Americans that were already in the war zone. But it's like, if it weren't threats to people that are actually on U.S. soil, I don't really give a fuck. If you're in a war zone, you are already assuming risk.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've lived there. I assumed risk. I assumed that I literally saw my death coming one day when I was in Iraq. I saw a rocket or IED coming straight, not IED coming directly, a rocket or missile coming directly at me, and I watched it get shot down by a fucking CRAM.
Yeah.
And that was an acceptable risk for me because I was getting paid a shitload of money.
What's a CRAM? What's a CRAM? So I know.
It's basically a big ass minigun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a Gatling gun.
yeah. Aren't they? Those are automated, right? The ones
Yeah,
that
they're automated. I got saved by a fucking robot.
Yeah, they're like huge because they shoot like per second, like hella rounds.
Yeah. And it looks
Hell
like
around.
it looks like
Maybe
laser
for the
beams
future.
because
Yeah,
they have like
it does.
every few rounds is a tracer.
Oh,
and
wow.
It looks like laser beams. It's fucking insane.
See, if you play the Division 2, you would see that shit.
see,
Alright.
where I'm confused at, and maybe it's on a larger level, but I mean, you always get the whole saying like fighting for your freedom and everything like that. But how does this conflict that we seem to have stepped in have anything to do with us and freedom? Or whatever?
Impeachment.
Is it-
Impeachment.
Nothing.
Okay,
It has
I-
nothing to do with the safety of Americans on American soil at all.
Okay.
I have no idea. It probably is because of impeachment,
probably-
but I don't want to go into like conspiracy land, even though to me it's like it doesn't make any fucking sense. There was literally a no-win situation on killing that guy.
Because it's like, obviously, everyone wants to support the troops and
Oh, yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
but isn't supporting them not putting them in harm's way for dumb shit? Like,
You would think.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, we had kind of a similar situation with Bill Clinton. When he was in his impeachment process, we had was it Somalia, or there was like some fucking, some bullshit went down to divert our attention to what was going on out there. Some military
Libya?
action. Was it Libya? It
Not
was
even
in this-
Libya. Somalia, it seemed like there was some real crazy.
Well, yeah.
They shot down a helicopter. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, they shot down a Black Hawk, hence Black Hawk Down, which the movie's based off those events. But there was also some other shit, basically to deter us of the whole impeachment process, which is literally still supposed to happen because I guess Congress is supposed to reconvene on the 15th of this month or something like that.
Well, that's the thing, though. Is that the impeachment thing, it will never go through because they don't have the votes by the Republicans. So on the Senate side. So I don't understand why they even needed this sort of bullshit. It's so fucking dumb.
Like, I know in the group I had mentioned the whole Diggum scandal, where in Family Guy, where Mayor West, he basically built a gold statue, Diggum, from the box of cereal, and everybody in the city got mad, but then he started the gay thing, where gay marriages were banned, so people forgot about the Diggle scandal. And that's what I mean by the whole, this is a Diggle scandal all over again.
I forgot about that.
God
Yeah.
dang.
I mean,
Forgot about that.
to me, we either need to fortify and stay in Iraq and help build Iraq and Afghanistan, or get the fuck out. I would prefer just getting the fuck out. At this point, there is nothing for the U.S. to gain in being in either one of those countries. If you want to argue with it about me, then we can argue about it. I spent time, and extensive time, in Iraq, and there's literally nothing to be gained there anymore. Like, I don't understand the point of us even fucking being there. And same thing with Afghanistan. There's no point of us being there anymore. We fucking won, I guess.
Quote unquote.
Put the quote hands
But
up.
the fact that we're still there is making things worse.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean?
what's
Like,
the reason?
yeah, I mean, like when we defeated, Germany and Japan especially, like, what do? We beat the fuck out of them, and we helped them rebuild.
Yes, we did.
What are we doing with Iraq and Afghanistan? We beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
We're not helping them do shit.
No.
So why aren't we doing that?
Couldn't, in theory, Iraq just be like, get the fuck out?
Actually, they
Apparently,
voted
they're
to
trying.
tell us to get out.
They're trying to
So,
label
yeah.
us as terrorists.
Which would be awful
That
because
sounds like democracy working for them, in theory.
it
However,
would be, but then it puts us in like a really bad spot. You know what I mean? So,
Because we have a U.S. base there.
we have multiple.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
not one.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch. And so when people, like when they said that we left Iraq during, when President Obama was there, I was like, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Like,
There's
no
too much
troops
money out there
No.
for us to just drop everything and leave. You're not
They-
going to leave that base out there.
They
No.
did leave a bunch of shit though. They left $5 billion worth of shit.
I'm sure there's probably a skeleton crew, but not what used to be there.
Yeah, it's like
It's not like we're
basically a
fully
skeleton
gone. And also, this general was killed on Iraqi soil. He wasn't killed in Iran. He was killed in Iraq. He was leaving and he was landing, getting off a plane, and they're saying from eyewitnesses that when he was hit, his body was torn apart by the explosion. And so now the Iraqis are like, well,
Eyewitnesses on the plane saw that, huh?
no, when he landed, eyewitnesses at the airport. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't believe any of the bullshit that they're putting out there about this shit, saying that there was imminent threat to Americans.
I'm
I
like,
don't,
sure.
I don't believe any of that shit. If you believe that shit, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't believe none of that shit.
they're saying that this guy knows that he cannot wage war against the U.S. and win. There's no way. There's no way that the Iranians would be able to be like, oh, we're gonna attack the U.S. and we're gonna hit their cities. That's just crazy for them. Unless even maybe if a superpower backed them, but even then, that's still remote.
Yeah, if you don't believe me about the fact that it's about money for contractors, look up Raytheon, look up Halliburton, look up Northrop Grumman, look up fucking Lockheed Martin, look at the stocks.
Yeah.
Look at the stocks right now in
They
the
went
coming
through the
days. They're going through the fucking because everybody fucking knows. Like, this is how they start transferring our tax dollars into the hands of these fucking contracting companies. It's by starting these fucking bullshit wars, and they don't even need oil. All they need is just to get these fucking contracts. And I know because I was a fucking contractor, and I got paid
Buku.
for one person. All right, so listen, when I first went over there, my first long trip, it was for a year. And I was getting paid. I'll just tell you the number straight out. I was getting paid $250,000 a year. Wow. All right, for 1 year worth of work, and 90 or at the time $85,000 of that was tax deductible.
Yep.
All right. What you know how much they paid to get me over there? $1.2 to $1.6 million for one fucking person. For just fucking me. That's it. One person. And
Insane.
they justify it by saying that, oh well, if a contractor gets hurt, we don't have to, pay them, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, yes, you do, because if I get hurt, where are you gonna send me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the same military fucking hospital. So you're not gonna fly me back to America right away.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go to the same military hospital. And are you saying that in any fucking military person's lifetime, they're not gonna get paid $1.6 million?
No way. None.
Unless you're like a super high general, but even then, you're like barely even touching it. Over
Yeah.
40 years of work,
Yeah.
$1.6 million.
Exactly.
Barely touching it. If you even get there. So for somebody to sit there and try to justify, because I had somebody in the military and somebody on a contractor side try to justify it, I was like, are you fucking high? Like, no. Like, I was a fucking...
You did this work in the military.
I did
and
that
then
work as a corporal.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
As an E4.
Yeah, and then you're doing it private.
And you're paying me literally, shit, maybe 20 times more than I was supposed to be getting paid in the military. Maybe 20. It might be more. Shit, I don't fucking know.
Insane.
And that's where your money's going. All right. So when you see these wars going, and I called it in May of last year, when I talked about, because I looked on Facebook, I was like, I know I talked about the OCO fund, and I looked, and yeah, in May of last year, I talked about the OCO fund. It's basically a fund just for ongoing wars,
There you
And
go.
I noticed that they lessened the amount of military spending by like maybe $80 billion, but they more than doubled the OCO fund year to year. And I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? Like,
coming.
We don't have all of our wars that are happening right now. They should be like spending, like should be trending down.
It was coming.
Yeah, I knew the shit was coming.
Yeah. I will say this just on a human side. This is some scary ass fucking shit, man. If things ramp up, and today seems relatively quiet in terms of casualties, I don't think there are any, but things could ramp up literally tonight, or tomorrow, or later this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, two rockets. We just landed in the green zone.
Yeah,
earlier today.
The whole world is on pins and needles, and I feel for soldiers and fucking civilians who are caught up in all of this tense shit that could, basically it's a powder keg. It's a huge fucking powder keg, and it's already a tense region.
Yeah, I mean, if Iran sets off a dirty nuke in like one of the surrounding regions, that's going to cause huge problems.
We don't know what's going to happen.
We know what's insane to me is that I'm seeing a lot of Americans, both in the military and civilian side, that are basically warmongering for this fucking war. Yeah. I'm like, why are you talking like this? Like, do you not understand the human cost of war? Yeah. Like, I understand it. I was and for people that were like in the military, Marines especially, like, oh yeah, let's go over there and fuck them all up. I'm like, fucking why? Why do you want to go over there and kill a bunch of people?
Yeah.
Like,
you have to think about it. Like,
what the fuck?
The why is super important, and the cost.
Yeah.
Not just financial, but just human cost.
Yeah, it's human cost to me is you cannot put a number on that shit. You can't put a number on, civilian deaths, military deaths, fucking loss of productivity, loss of fucking anything. You can't put a fucking actual cost on that because you don't know the potential of a single person. And nobody's taking that shit into account when they're just like, oh yeah, just make that fucking whole region into glass. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck?
The other thing too, just to say this, if you look back in like World War I, World War II, there was this shared sacrifice for the average citizen in America during wartime. Even if you weren't in the war, you were recycling tin. You were sacrificing in other ways and limiting yourself and limiting resources and all that.
Women were going to work and stuff.
Yeah, you had the Rosie the Riveter. Right here in Richmond, there's a great museum for Rosie the Riveter where women stepped up into the workplace to manufacture some of the ships and weapons and all of that because the boys were overseas.
All in war.
In war. But there was this collective sacrifice. There's so little people who are in the military for the volunteer army, or volunteer military, and then the rest of us fat lazy fucks aren't making any sacrifices. Yet some people are rah, let's go do this.
Yeah. And I think
I hate that.
Honestly, as somebody with PTSD, I think that's one of the main reasons why people have PTSD that come back from a war, because you come back and it's like
a hero welcome.
Well, no, you don't get a hero's welcome. What happens is you go over to war, you do some shit, and you come back, and it's like your life was on pause, and everybody else's life just kept going as normal, and nobody really gives a shit. Nobody sacrificed a fucking thing while you're over there fucking fighting for your goddamn life. And it's like nothing happened.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
and they don't want to talk about it.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not at all.
Because they can't relate, and
they
then,
don't console you nothing.
Yeah.
Come over here. You got a new mall. You got a bunch of new houses. All this shit. It's like, what the fuck are you even fighting for? You know what I mean? Like, nobody even tries to possibly comprehend what the fuck you went through. Meanwhile, you have civilians, especially. Actually, on both sides, it makes me mad for different reasons. How they're like, yeah, let's just fucking blow them up. I'm just like, you don't even understand what that cost is. And until you understand that, please shut the fuck up.
These same people don't even like going to a morgue or a graveyard. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't handle watching a horror movie or going to a graveyard, how in the shit are you going to talk about, I'm rah-rah, I want war, I want dropping bombs on people? Yeah. Like, what?
Have you seen your friends blown up? Have you seen fucking brain fragments? Have you seen fucking kids accidentally killed? Or kids that are killed on purpose because they had a fucking gun?
Yeah.
None of that shit comes into your fucking mind. You're just thinking fucking, let's just blow them up. We'll just send some other guy's kids over there. Would you want to send your own kids to Iran? If the answer is no, then you're not fucking pro-war. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, one other thing you got to take into account, too, is like once they come back, like you talk about
PTSD. Arts PTS. Yeah.
But they don't talk about like mental health. Like there's not that many clinics out there for people. Like what jobs they can have once they come back. Like there's no help for the veterans once they come back home.
The last time I checked, it was 22 a day commit suicide from the military. Yep. 22 people. That's an insane fucking number. 22 service members a day commit suicide because of post-traumatic stress. And that's on top of people that are dying over in that region. But you want to keep, raising that fucking war flag. And you don't give a shit about them.
And then hundreds go homeless.
Yeah.
Or
you're not willing to help them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's just like the money that we're spending on these wars could be used to help them. These wars cost us trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars.
Yep.
We can use this shit towards way better stuff.
I'm also going to say this too. When things are this tense from the standpoint of literally going to another war that involves multiple countries, because we have a lot of allies in the region and all that stuff, Twitter, for fuck's sake, you got to mute fucking Trump sometimes. I swear to God.
Oh, man.
I know he is the president and all that shit, but literally the world hinges on a tweet that could be interpreted the wrong way, or he could just blatantly say some shit, and it's on.
It's usually blatant.
Just suspend his fucking account.
I mean,
when it's because it's free speech, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, when it's
which is unfortunate for that guy.
But I mean, like when you're talking,
is it really free speech?
It is.
It is.
Like free speech to be free. Hold on, it has to apply to everybody.
Yeah,
it has
including
to.
him.
It has to.
Including
getting removed from a social media thing doesn't quantify free speech. Free speech means you won't get thrown into jail. Twitter jail is not real jail.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, but it sets a bad precedent for Twitter if you ban the president of the United States.
Yeah, that would be a shitstorm they wouldn't be able to recover from.
Fine. Yeah. I'm fine with it.
Well, see, the thing is that I'm all for free speech, but it works both ways. If you want to say what you want, then there should be consequences to what you say, right? But what's happening now is because he's president, he has, for some reason, this is like a weird fucking oddity. There's like zero consequences to whatever he says. He literally tweeted about war crimes.
Yeah.
War fucking crimes in the Geneva Convention. He talked about
hitting places of worship.
Cultural sites.
Cultural sites, that's what it was.
I'm like, you're the fucking president. It's in the Geneva Conventions. You can't fucking do that. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Well, and let's just say this real quickly. Those aren't strategic military sites.
No.
Some mosque, some library, some museum in Iran that, goes back to pre-biblical times and shit.
I bet he won't hit his own hotel.
None of that is a strategic, like a weapons manufacturing outpost or anything like that.
Damn.
Well, PTSD is actually trending on Twitter right now. It's like the number 5 tweet.
Is there something?
Damn, so...
Oh, no, I'm checking it out.
I mean, we've been at war for like 20 years now. Like a constant, basically forever fucking war.
Yeah, way longer than World War I or II or Civil War.
We just need to...
Not longer than Nam.
Can we just stop? Like, seriously, just fucking leave.
Hey, so the guys from the Best Damn Comic Book Show, they're talking about if Trump tweeted something about, like, Caitlyn... Basically, any trans person, really, he'd get banned. If he said something that was, like, in the gray area or whatnot, Twitter would ban him. So if you can bait him into a debate about LGBTQ+, that'll get him banned.
Jesus.
Guaranteed.
I bet you he doesn't even know what LGBT.
Oh, he probably doesn't.
Fucking means.
I bet you he'll get it mixed up too. He'll be like BGLTQS.
I want a BLT. Oh man, yeah. Look, it's tense times. We keep it fun on this fucking cast, but sometimes we gotta talk about real shit because there's real shit going on in the fucking world.
We all might die.
Honestly, I hope that he gets put up on another impeachment for suggesting war crimes. Because to me, like, he already basically did treason.
Yeah.
And to him to suggest war crimes is also an impeachable defense. That is a fucking high crime. That's one of the highest crimes you can do.
Yep.
Is literally trying to wipe out another country's culture.
Yeah.
Like, that is literally what he's saying, is hit cultural sites. That it's trying to wipe out somebody's culture. That's what that means.
I'm gonna flip it on most people. Imagine if someone said that about, like, the wall, the waning wall in, like, Israel or something like that, or our fucking Washington Monument.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, our Statue of Liberty. There's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, Golden
White
Gate
House,
Bridge.
yeah.
I mean, we would be like, fuck everything about you talking about. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
But isn't there, like, I guess George Lopez got in trouble for something he posted on Instagram about I guess there's like an $80 million bounty on Trump's head.
Is it million or billion?
Maybe it was billion.
It was a billion.
But yeah, he had said that we'll do it for 1/3 of that price or something like that.
we'll do it for
shit.
half. Is what he said.
Yeah.
Damn.
George Lopez. I love this.
Now he's in trouble with the FBI or the CIA or whoever.
Secret Service gonna come
Yeah,
to him.
that'll happen. I mean, there was a what was it? There was a UFC guy. I forget his name. I think it was Jacob Volkman. I'm pretty sure that's his name. But he said that he would like to punch President Obama in the face, and the FBI was knocking on his door the next day.
Yeah, I mean, they are supposed to follow up on threats, regardless of how anybody feels about a president. When you talk about violence to a president or political figure like that, look,
But it also happened with that white comedian chick.
Which one?
Something Griffin.
It's a lot of white.
Kathy Griffin?
Yeah, her little comment in her little photo shoot she did.
Oh yeah, they followed up with her too.
Hell yeah, they did.
God damn it, we got a lot.
And they brought receipts.
Yeah.
Damn.
What did?
All right. Let's. You want to jump? Should we jump into some gaming, or should we do some follow up on some shows?
So really quick, did everyone see this New Mutants trailer
I did.
that dropped?
I did not, but go ahead.
Apparently-
I thought it was fake, so I was like,
I
oh,
thought
fuck
it was
this shit.
too. I thought it was gonna be like, I'm like, this is really, really,
I think I
really,
saw it without the sound.
Yeah. Oh no, I saw it with the sound. I was like, this is really, really, really well done, like amateur studio, like trailer.
Really well done, amateur studio.
Yeah, I was
this,
like,
is, this is the best 5-year-old's drawing ever.
Yeah, I was like, wow. But it was like, okay, is this real or is this some like fucking shit? But apparently they have a release date of 2020, like April, I guess.
They had a release date 3 years ago.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say,
true.
there's multiple release dates.
Yeah, so we'll see.
No, ain't no we'll see. Ain't nobody interested in this goddamn movie.
I was before, like when it first announced it, but I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
how could a movie be so fucked up that it took you 3 years, or maybe it's probably like 2 years, to like remake it?
Even
Dude.
Fox didn't want to release this
Dude,
shit.
so
it
weird.
took them like maybe 5-6 months to reshoot for fucking Sonic. Because the first
Yeah.
trailer for Sonic was bullshit, and all of a sudden, about 6 months later, they're like, "Oh, the new trailer's out, and it looks fucking dope now."
And it was just all CGI. I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck they're changing, but I want both releases. I know that.
Yeah.
The original trailer looked scary
Release the
as
Snyder
fuck.
cut.
Those fuckers.
So
God
it's like
dang.
was it April 3rd? It's going to be the release date for.
We'll
New
see.
Mutants?
I don't even know. And I
this
love
is-
X-Men, but I don't even know who's in this.
And this is, I mean, the only
Maisie
one I
Williams.
know. Yeah, Maisie
Oh,
Williams is the
okay.
only one I know.
But like, who's she playing? Is she?
Wolfsbane.
Oh,
Wolfsbane?
boy.
I mean, this is being released under 20th Century Fox.
Marvel.
So-
That's funny. Disney and Marvel don't want nothing. Don't want their name on it.
Nah, it's just
hold
the
on.
Marvel Studios. It's just Marvel.
You know what's weird is that you know how old it is because when you see Maisie Williams, she looks so much younger.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like she's like little fucking Arya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like what the
got
fuck?
younger. Yeah.
Dude, the production for
boobies.
this was completed in 2014.
God
Damn.
That's like fucking 6 years, damn there.
Fuck this movie, man. This ain't gonna work.
Do not want.
The other one for the movie news, I saw, and I'm not a big fan of this. We're getting a Flashpoint as the first Flash movie with shitty ass Ezra. What's going on?
Well, I know they've been talking that for a while.
talking about this for
I didn't
a
know it
while,
was.
too.
I thought this was the first time they confirmed it was Flashpoint.
Yeah, I think some people were throwing it around. I think it was just on a rumor mill, but so it has been confirmed that's gonna be Flashpoint.
That's what the director was saying, man.
I
I
think-
mean, it's funny to me because he's the second director. The original director walked.
that's true.
Well, I thought
And then
even
the guy that plays Barry's father, Henry Allen, he left too.
I thought they kicked out the guy who played Flash.
No,
No, I think they still have
they
Ezra
keep it
on there.
in.
But if you're doing a Flash, or this is Flash's first movie, he's been a
Yeah.
star for a long time, been a comic book
Yeah.
character for a long time. I don't think you start with Flashpoint.
Yeah, that's
That's
like
weird.
the last thing you want to do.
I think you build up to Flashpoint, right? I mean,
Like I know I wanted them to do Flashpoint just to restart the fucking the DCU, but you know it's too fucking early in the game for that, especially for a story for Flash.
I don't know about this. Then.
I
What you
don't
got
know.
on this?
Maybe
Will?
they already did.
I'm not
Or
interested.
Stitch, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in seeing this Flash.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for me. I'm just like, whatever.
Unless
mean-
maybe him doing the Flashpoint causes him to become another person. They fucking just recast him.
Recast him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Barry
I did-
Allen. I used to be Mexican.
I did see that I guess it's sort of semi-confirmed that they're going to have Colin Farrell as Penguin.
Oh yeah, for Matt Reeves' Batman.
With
The Batman cast gets
Batman?
more interesting every time they talk
And then
about it.
also, what's his name for Commissioner Gordon, the guy from
Oh,
West-
Jeffrey Wright?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been tweeted that he's been already filming that Gotham.
Yeah, it's sort of been like kind of pretty much confirmed, I guess.
No, he's been confirmed.
Well, whatever, speculating man.
we
we got hard confirmations
was-
from legit sources.
That's
He
the
was
guy-
hard confirmed like a month and a half
That's the guy
ago.
from Westworld, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I had mentioned how if he's black, then I mean Batgirl's got to be black. A part black,
Yeah.
a portion of black.
I mean, if she's in this,
quarter black.
we don't even know if there's
Well,
a
I mean,
Batgirl in this
if they
role.
were to continue the series, like if it was make other like episodes or whatever, we'll have to get a black Batgirl, which I'm down for.
We'll see. I'm excited about the Batman movie. The casting seems interesting. There's no trailer or anything like that, but I'm cautiously optimistic about the cast.
Well, I mean, we'll see how Cedric
Paddington.
Diggory does. That's how I know him, Cedric Diggory. We'll see how he does. I mean, I would love for him to like have a breakout role, and for anybody to sit there and be like, "Oh, well, look at these other movies." The other movies that you're gonna fucking talk about, besides Twilight, didn't do shit in revenue. All right, nobody fucking watch those movies.
No.
I'm not gonna watch those fucking movies. I'm not
I-
interested at all. Don't try to convince me.
I tried watching one of his movies. Like somebody's like, "Oh, you need to watch this movie. This is him as Batman." I watched it. I was like, "This was fucking garbage." Like
Yeah.
the acting was really bad, and like the storyline was garbage. I'm like, "What the fuck were you talking about? You just fanboying off of him fucking coming off of Twilight."
That's it.
It was bad.
These are cinema files
Yeah.
with heavy fucking quotes.
There you
Like,
go.
get the fuck. You like shitty movies. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah. And these were kind of obscure, too. Obscure
Yeah.
kind of dramas that didn't do no money.
Well, you know what's weird though is that I think you posted it the other day. Actually, it was today with Anthony Mackie talking about movies.
Oh, that was great.
Where like there is, it's hard. Like movies today are kind of shitty, which is, I mean, generally speaking, is true. I mean, like the movies that we like today are action heavy. Like, what is the last good movie that you saw that was like a drama or something that was like fresh and new?
Yeah.
It's been a fucking minute.
Well, 12 Years a Slave, Baby Driver, but Baby Driver has
Baby
a little
Driver's
bit
action.
Yeah, a
And
little bit
12
of
Years a Slave was based off an old book from the 1800s.
Yeah, but
And there's like all other slavery movies.
And that's real rare. And even that movie didn't do that well in the theaters. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we watched it. But
well, even like if you look at Jordan Peele's movie, like that's just horror
Yeah,
movie and it's all
suspense
basically
horror.
action.
yeah, but those movies, they don't do well in the theaters.
In general.
And I think it's because, like Anthony Mackie said, like you go to watch a movie now, and you don't watch like a Stallone film. You watch a film based on the character. Like he's saying, like when you go to watch like Avengers, you go to watch Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah.
You don't go to watch,
RDJ
and Chris, not
Evans.
Chris Pine.
Yeah, Chris Evans, yeah.
well, I guess
I sort of do sometimes
counter-
with Tarantino movies, but I wasn't a big fan of the last one.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, but I do know it's a Tarantino movie, I do try to watch it. I mean, even with what's his name, the one that put out the one on Netflix that's 3.5 hours.
The
Scorsese.
Irishman.
Yeah, that was good, but that would have been a hard sell for me to sit in a movie theater for 3.5 hours. But yeah, I do like what his style of movie producing. So,
But just
Yeah.
but for the vast majority, yeah, I would agree with what he's saying. Yeah.
But you, Prodigy, you ain't out here hooting and hollering about the Joker. I mean, the Joker didn't have that. It really doesn't have like action sequences.
It was mainly a thriller. I will go there. I will go there.
Thriller,
Yeah.
But this is $1 billion movie.
Yeah, it did well. I think that's one of the outliers.
If the movie was named The Clown and had no ties to Joker, would you have watched it, or would you have been interested? If it had just been like,
Well, he probably
so
want to watch it.
yeah,
You know
so
why.
it's a really tough question, and I would say probably not in theater is my answer. But if you take away the title of Avengers, would I ever watch any of those movies? Probably not. I mean, I'm tied to some of the geek comic book stuff, and that's kind of the hook to get me into being interested. Like Anthony Mackie was saying, we all kind of want to see some of the characters we grew up reading and watching cartoons for,
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Do you
but
think?
hold on. Sorry, go ahead.
No, do you guys think that we're fucking starting to beat a dead horse with a stick with our comic book movies? Because it seems like every month there's a comic book movie that's coming out. At least in January or last year, it seemed that way.
I mean, there were a lot. There's been a lot of them. There's no doubt about it. I mean, like Hellboy didn't do well. You know what I mean? That is based off a comic book, and certain ones don't do as well as others. But in general, most of the comic book movies are keeping Hollywood afloat.
Yeah, and so
that's true.
A couple of points. All right. So first of all, we're kind of like a bad example for this, at least most of us on the podcast, because a lot of us watch anime, and there's no like Rotten Tomatoes for anime. You know what I mean? Like you watch it, and if it's good, you keep watching. If you don't, you fucking stop watching. And this is basically the way shit was done before, like 2008.
Yeah.
There was no like rating. You didn't look up a rating to go watch a movie.
It was your friend telling you about it.
Yeah.
Watch this one.
Go check it out.
Or even seeing a trailer like I'm seeing this.
Yeah. But back in the day, or even with like anime and other things, any foreign type of film or work, it's all about recommendations. Like, hey, if this speaks to me, I'm going to watch it. And I totally, when Anthony Mackie talked about, like Rotten Tomatoes, and he's totally right. I'm like, dude, like when a movie comes out, I'm like, oh, this looks interesting, and I look up Rotten Tomatoes. I'm just like, oh, it looks shitty. I'm just like, but there are some films I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So.
And sometimes Rotten Tomatoes, for your own personal taste, is fucking dead wrong.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like The Witcher is like right now for the critics is like 30-some%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you fucking high? And I understand like one of the main criticisms of The Witcher that is like totally legit. Is like it's confusing in the beginning if you're not really paying attention and you never played The Witcher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it doesn't explain right away there's two fucking different timelines. And to me, that was really fucking retarded by the writers. They should have like just put in timestamps. It's like easy. Put in timestamps. And then it'd be like, oh, okay, I get it. Like they're not in the same timeline.
Yeah, I agree that would have been easier, especially for new people. But at the same time, too, they're like you see the lioness, like she's dying in one scene, and then like a couple episodes later, she's like,
But the viewers,
that
have no idea about that, they're like, what the fuck just happened? Like, and I totally understand.
Isn't a bitch supposed to be dead?
Yeah, that'd be really confusing.
It's all good.
I mean, I think that me and you, because we played the game, you played it more than I did.
Yeah.
But we will give it some concessions.
Yeah.
Right? Because we understand some of the characters and like timelines and shit. But for like the fucking Joe Blow, that
they were like, what the fuck?
Like, wait a minute, she just died. Like,
yeah. And it was. I mean, you're Shelby, right? Was confused. A little bit on that.
I was confused. I stopped watching it.
But I mean,
really?
Yeah, I can't get through it.
Oh shit.
Wait. Did you get to the orgy with Jennifer?
Oh,
shit, we have to get back in there then.
Oh, shit.
I've been sold back into there.
Yeah, man. Yennefer?
He's on you, son of a bitch.
Wait,
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Did she get bad, or is she still
I didn't get that far.
Quasimodo?
I didn't even get that
Oh,
far.
you're on Quasimodo?
Oh shit!
Jennifer about to bring you right back in.
Even when she was all hunchback, those titties were nice.
Quasimodo.
Even when she was a hunchback?
Yeah.
I was like, she got potential.
What's that one Kardashian that looked like shit before?
Chloe.
No,
all
no,
of
no,
them.
not
All of them look
Chloe.
like shit. If you
The
look
other
at
one.
There's a Chloe and
The
Courtney.
younger one.
Oh,
Kendall or Jindal or
yeah,
I
Kendall,
think it was
right?
Kendall, yeah.
Jenner?
I mean, she was a young girl. She was a teenage girl
Yeah, but
back then.
she had no lips, looked extra plain.
She did.
And then all of a sudden she was like, kapow, and it was like, that's all paid for.
Yeah, that's all plastic.
Yennefer puts her to shame. I was like,
damn.
she's hot.
Yennefer bad with them purple eyes.
Yeah.
Bruh, this is the first time I've I don't like makeup, like at all. Like I think makeup is fucking stupid. But when her eyeshadow is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like it's like this crazy like color peacock shit.
Yep.
I was like, damn, that's some dope ass makeup.
Yeah.
But for real, fuck makeup.
Makeup's a magic trick.
Yeah, that shit in the tub. Oh, sorry.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back in. You got it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that
Son of a
orgy.
bitch.
I wasn't ready for the orgy scene because like nobody was talking about it, and then it hit me, and I was like, "Oh,
I still haven't heard
God
the
dang.
give your Witcher a coin
oh,
song yet.
toss a coin to you." Oh man,
You on that new shit? Yeah. Keep watching.
that's literally second or third
I
episode.
think it's the second episode.
It's
That
like
shit
super
is so
early.
good.
That's
Yeah,
catchy.
toss a coin to your Witcher.
That's one of my favorite songs. Like,
Yeah.
That's just hella catchy. I was
Have you heard the rock version of it?
Oh yeah, of course.
They got a metal
There's
one?
a metal version. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I was like, whoa, toss a coin to your Witcher, huh?
Nice.
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
Oh, shit. All
What's
right.
funny to me though is that I read the book, and I actually think that the show, excluding like the weird time jumps, this show is better than the first book.
Oh, yeah.
You read the book? The first
I
book?
heard most of it. Like, I want to say 150, 200 pages worth of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of fucking dry.
Yeah.
It's kind of dry.
And again, I'm going to say this again. The Dark Horse comic is great. Like, it picks up off of that, but it
Yeah.
has way more action.
Well, I'm gonna keep reading I'm gonna read or listen to the entire series, but I'm going back to like there's a series called The Land, which I'm listening to, and like this most recent book is like 46 fucking hours.
God damn.
In audio. So once I know with that, I'll go to the next book of The Witcher, and I expect it to get better. If it doesn't, I will let you know. But I think it's just cool that we're getting like literary works put into like games.
Yeah, foreign ones. You know what I mean? Like nobody's reading Polish fiction.
Wait, I'm gonna call right now. I think the next thing that people are gonna find in games that are gonna blow games up is this new lit RPG fucking genre with books. They're called literary RPGs, and they're I've read like 4 or 5 book series from them now, and it's basically like you're reading a video game.
Nice.
And it's awesome. It's kind of how Ready Player One sort of is. It's sort of like it's pretty much a lit RPG.
Okay.
But there's like way other ones, and apparently like the founder of lit RPG in America is a black guy.
Oh wow.
Dr. Aileron Kong.
Didn't we talk about this guy? Because he looks like W. Kamau Bell a little bit.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Because he's
Sounds
been
familiar.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute. Because is it the same guy that worked with CD Projekt Red or
No, it's a different guy.
Different guy?
You're
Okay,
thinking
yeah.
of like the Gibson. Yeah, he's the founder of like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, he's not the founder of Cyberpunk.
He's of the cyberpunk
he's
genre.
early on. Yeah,
Yeah, that guy.
Aileron
That's-
Kong, like he wrote his first book was in like 2016 or 15, and he pretty much birthed the American lit RPG thing.
I like it.
Eventually, I want to have him on the podcast. I'm going to finish like his last book and have him on. Really interesting dude. They're great books, but once somebody from the gaming industry latches on to that genre,
There we
you're
go.
gonna see like a ton of new, really, really good RPGs come out that people are gonna have a lot of fun with.
Hopefully next gen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hope so too.
we'll
Because
see.
I'm like, because you're literally reading the book and they're talking about hit points and all this other shit, and like buffs and debuffs, and it's just like,
Oh,
dude, this is so awesome. to,
That
like,
weeb shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Stitch. Speaking of some gaming, you are going hard on Call of Duty. Jump in here. Modern Warfare, what you think?
Yeah,
Are you, Stitch?
I jumped out of the plane expecting my my squad members to be on the
this
fucking
guy.
and landing in the drop zone with me.
Here we go.
And I'm the only one on the fucking ground. Everybody
Oh
else
my God.
fucking got distracted by fairy bullshit.
Hold on.
I had Mjolnir in my hand, and a dinosaur needed to get his skull cracked open.
I
You
Yeah,
know
don't
this.
I don't know.
You were late to the drop zone. We were there.
Kronos,
day
is there a term
zero.
for somebody that when you're supposed to jump out the plane that never jumps out the plane with you? Like, is there a military term for
that's
that?
called the motherfucker that gets thrown out.
We're like, all right, boys, we hitting the drop zone, and you jump out, and the fucking whatever B-52 keeps going.
He's playing with fucking cats and shit. Heroes. I'm like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here with some power code nonsense.
Yeah.
And your fucking messy ass goddamn interface. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Bullshit.
We were already on the ground.
Yeah, y'all
Oh.
been getting me to play this game.
Sorry,
go.
hold, one sec. Kareem, if you listen to this podcast, I didn't get a chance to send out your game today, but I'll send it out this week.
Shout out to him, and thank you, Kronos. Kareem, I'll put your last name out there. Fuck it. Kareem Snowden from San Diego gets monster weeb hunting, and we are going to do some fucking hunting with that motherfucker.
Yeah,
There you go.
I hope y'all are still playing it by the time he gets it.
Yeah.
I will do a Cronus giveaway more often with less weeby ass games.
Oh,
I'll give away interesting games that I've previously played. I'm not going to go back to play.
There you go.
And I'll give it away, and hopefully nobody fucking. All right, all you listeners, not a single fucking person sent an email or a DM to us about the game. It just happened to be a friend of Prodigy. It was like, I'll take the game. That's how weeby ass. Nobody wants to fucking play that game. I'm just saying.
I mean, this is true.
No lie detected.
Yeah. Our listeners got better things to do than weeb shit.
I'm gonna put a lolly shirt in that package. For Kareem.
Include the body pillow. Include the body pillow for his ass.
Just do the sheet, not the pillow.
But,
Save on shipping.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare is fun. I'm really enjoying it. I did the campaign. The campaign's solid. It's not just like
Pretty easy.
I wouldn't say it's.
How long did it take you to finish it, the campaign?
I'd say
8 to 10?
I guess so. I
10,
was
15?
kind of just playing it casually with
Yeah.
no like just but it was really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The story was legit, and even what I really enjoyed was the gameplay and the sort of pseudo realism that goes into playing it. I mean, there's obviously games that are like super hyper realistic, and obviously if you get shot, you can't just hide in a corner and wait for your color to come back and then run back into the room and stuff. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really fun. I kind of ventured away from like those multiplayer Call of Duty games because it was just more fast twitch, just pulling on the trigger, running around with a sniper rifle and just blasting people.
No scope.
No scoping
360
people.
no scope.
Yeah, exactly. I've kind of fallen into more like tactical shooters, but during the story mode, you had to use some tactics and everything. So I was finding some fun with that. Obviously, the survival mode, squadding up with your friends, is really fun and enjoyable. I would like to do that more often. I got to play.
Damn, he really putting the screws to us.
I did. I only got to play with Old Ninja once, and then y'all been on that bullshit game, whatever.
Do they have co-op?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's several.
Spec Ops.
There's
three.
Spec Ops back? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up. There's
there's a Spec Ops. There's even like a classic Spec Ops. There's survival. Then there's like 2 other game modes for the co-op, and then the multiplayer where you're going head to head. There's even like team deathmatch. They like cycle through some game modes that won't be there in like the next week and stuff, which is I was like, oh shit.
They will do limited time like event modes.
Yeah, like the one that was like a gun rally, I'll just call it or whatever. But essentially, you have to get a kill with each different type of gun.
Oh, it's gunfight.
Gun something, but essentially, you'll start with a pistol or whatever. You get a kill with a pistol, then I'll move you to a shotgun, and if you get killed with the shotgun, you might digress and back to the pistol. So it becomes like a ride to see whoever cycles through all 15 different guns that they have on this little shopping list, which is really fun.
The last weapon.
You gotta get like a melee.
The last
revolver.
weapon's always the combat knife.
Yeah,
every time.
So it's fun.
I greatly appreciated the fact that, and I don't play a whole lot of the multiplayer one. I love the Spec Ops more. But my loadout and like score or gamer rank, whatever, transfers between the 2 of them, and that's fucking dope.
Yeah, you can rank up in every mode that you play. So ranking up in Spec Ops, you rank up your character and your weapons, so you can unlock more attachments or whatnot, and you can play, pretty much whatever mode with whatever you want. And now they have like character skins, so you can unlock skins. Pick your skins. They introduced the Battle Pass, which is similar to Fortnite and Apex and
tease you into dropping some money.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a cash grab, but it's all cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, doesn't help the performance.
I mean, the only thing it kind of helps you with is the blueprints. So the blueprints are basically like predetermined gun setups, but it's stuff that you can get. But they are if you don't have it unlocked, they'll give it to you early so you can know what this weapon is about with these particular attachments. But if you have everything unlocked, it's really literally about the skin.
Can you feed veggie dishes to your cat though? That's what I want.
That's not even saying fucking
What the?
How
dare you?
I don't even understand. I don't understand. I don't want to understand. But I want to make fun of you.
I know exactly what he's talking about. So fuck you.
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
Christ.
It's crazy. But Modern Warfare, I really like this game because I own like a shit ton of Call of Duties, but this one I think they've done really, really well. The co-op was good. They actually take a lot because we're Station and I are playing one of the modes we couldn't even finish. This is literally the first mission. Like, we kept dying. Like, everyone kept dying.
So you suck, is what you're saying.
Oh, no, I've beaten it before.
I didn't know what it was going on.
Have you, though?
I've beaten it twice. But, it's really, like, you got to help out the squad. And the squad, we kept getting randoms. They're fucking up. So
what if you're the random?
No.
And they were good. They were
they were not.
It was literally my first day playing, so I didn't know where was. I was like, which way is what? Where's the map? So I didn't know what was going on. I was like, where am I supposed to go? So I was just following your lead.
I guess I'll come help you.
Oh, this fucking.
Also, before we totally switch it up, I saw that I guess at Sony CES?
CES, yeah.
They I guess teased some stuff with the PlayStation 5.
Teased the logo.
That's so dumb. The fuck? We already knew what the logo was. Like, are you fucking serious?
It needed to be addressed.
That's so dumb. It's gonna look like a PlayStation 4, but with a 5.
Oh, damn.
Are you fucking serious?
I love somebody
Same font, same everything.
But apparently people were mad about it. I'm like, it's
how?
the same thing.
How are you bad?
The last fucking 4 consoles I've been with the same, or 3.
So
since PlayStation 2.
What got me is that when they introduced the logo, the room is full of fucking people, and they're just like, "Oh wow!" Like, Yay!
Yeah,
New
I'm
logo that we know
I'm like, I
what
don't
we've
give a
already
shit.
seen.
Like I would imagine,
Who's
like
coming.
for someone that doesn't, I've never really done like the whole business traveling thing or whatever. But I understand it's kind of a hassle to sit on a plane and blah blah blah. Yeah, they put you up in a place, but to fly across, let's say you're fucking in Buffalo, wherever
or
CES
Germany.
was. Yeah,
CES
to
is
get
in Vegas.
to get flown from fucking Boston to Vegas just to see a logo on a fucking screen. Like you better be giving me a lot of fucking voucher money at the
Oh, yeah.
casino.
Not a single fucking hint about the hardware.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bruh. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get a PlayStation anyway, and the Xbox anyway, because I like to have all the consoles. But FIDA just, oh look, here's the logo. I don't give a shit.
That ain't enough.
Did they show games or no?
Nah, they ain't
oh
show
my.
shit.
Oh shit.
Somebody made a video of the editors when they're working on logos and shit like that, and it says PS4, and the guy's like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" And he deletes the 4 and puts a 5, and it's all, "Oh, we did it, yay!"
Oh, that's so good.
Oh my god!
So,
Like they literally took the S. They could have took they took the 2 from the PlayStation 2 and flipped it over to make it to a 5. That would have been fucking perfect if they did that.
I don't
awesome.
understand. I mean, I'm a Sony fan. I mean, that's my main console that I play now. But listen, it could go either way. Like, listen, if fucking Xbox starts putting out good games again, I'll fucking go Team Xbox. You know, or the Switch. I mean, I play the Switch too. But if they start putting out good games, well, shit, they already have. I mean, they had a lot of good games.
Yeah,
like
I mean, Breath of the Wild.
games.
Everyone keeps talking about Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
That's rated really high.
They have a
Apparently
lot
that's
of-
really good game.
They have a lot of good shit. But for my main shit is on PlayStation. But I'm not.
Your main chick.
Yeah, I'm not. If PlayStation fucked up on PS5, I'll tell you right away. Like, listen, I'm playing Xbox or Switch only now.
The games always matter.
Yeah, games matter.
Games
Yeah.
for gamers are what like leads you to a console or whatever device, and then obviously where your friends fucking play too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you fucking assholes got me off the PC and playing these fucking dumbass console games.
Weeby games. Let's
Wee.
go, baby.
So
Veggie platter.
do we have? All right.
Dude, I only got an
we
Xbox
got to discuss
game
what
with
the
friends.
fuck.
Oh my
Yeah, okay.
God.
All right.
Go for it.
People are listening. Are like, what is? I don't know what. I'm not knowledgeable about whatever is going on. All I know in the group chat, there's been weeb this, weeb that. I literally before the cast had to go in Urban Dictionary to find out what the hell a weeb was.
Okay, boomer. Even though you're not a boomer, but I'm just saying.
Damn.
But all I know is these two clowns to the left and right of me have been on this fucking Monster Hunter game.
Hey, I've been on this since day one.
I don't know why.
I did a hard 180.
Hard
I was
180.
shitting on this game, goddamn, because I didn't understand it. It was too weeby, and then all of a sudden, my inner weeb started coming on the outside, and then I just kind of fangirled over it. and Old Ninja didn't tell me there were memes about it, so
I didn't even know.
hunt-
I didn't care.
you
I was
hunt
too busy,
monsters?
I was too busy hunting. Yes, it is called Monster Hunter World. You hunt fucking monsters. That's the
What's
fucking
fun
game.
about this?
so the co-op
There's
and
co-op.
and leveling up your weapons and your little cat and your fucking
It's a cat.
yeah,
Yeah,
Palico is your cat.
cat.
And then you
if you're by yourself or with one other person.
you eat food.
So it's like a
You go-
daemon.
Yeah, basically. You
It's
eat
like a
food, you go out like from a Golden Compass.
Compass.
You eat food, you go out and hunt like tracks, and then you kill the fucking monster, and then you level up.
Yeah, you basically
that's really the game.
You're basically like trying to build the best armor and the best weapons.
And you
then-
can dance too.
Yeah, you can dance. You can talk shit. You can actually talk shit too.
How is this different than World of Warcraft?
I've never played
WoW.
I haven't played Warcraft since part 2. So I mean, I guess
It's
kind
super weird. Like it's very Japanese.
So
yeah.
where did the term come from?
Weeb?
The
It's
whole
a-
weeby stuff
Yeah.
with this.
it's
like,
anime culture. I believe.
yeah, I mean it's mostly anime and wannabe
Yeah,
anime.
weeb is somebody who wants to be Japanese cultured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, but this is a Capcom game. This has been, I mean, there's been multiple iterations of the game. This is the most current version and the most popular and Capcom's most profitable game ever.
And what got
Are the
people
monsters hard to kill or
Some
something?
of them-
they
some of
are.
them are
There's
extremely
a whole
hard to
low
kill.
rank,
It
high
looks
rank,
dumb,
and
though.
master rank. But let me just say this real quickly. They came out with an expansion that's as big as the regular game. So that's why people got into it, even though it came out last
So it's
year.
taking up more of my hard drive. If I were to
Yeah.
get into
Basically.
bullshit.
I mean, it has a
It
steep.
looks like top-down graphics.
No,
Like I'm
no,
playing.
It's not top down.
No, there's no top down.
It's like third person
This is a third-person game because you literally build your character from.
It
the
sounds like
ground
you're
up.
curious and want to weeb with us.
Oh shit!
I'm confused. I know better than to fucking just jump in
away.
some dumb shit that y'all.
Fucking
Download the demo.
I
Play the
just
demo.
I don't know what it is. I see it from the outside. I'm like, why are they addicted to this dumb drug? But I know not to fucking light up the meth.
You have
inhale the fumes.
You have Twitch. Fucking use Twitch
Yeah, I
and
see
watch
it, but I don't-
watch it on there.
And it
we
doesn't
will
make
be
any
on
sense.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
I tried.
I was on today.
I literally tried. I looked forward to it.
Yes,
and I was so let down. I was like, what the fuck is this nonsense?
And I was polar opposite. I was like ecstatic about this. I'm like, this is great. This is the best Monster Hunter ever released.
Hey, Clay in the chat said there's a Resident Evil 2 DLC for it.
Listen.
Are you talking about
Oh
something
yeah,
different?
so it's a collaboration. So basically, you can get skins to be the characters, and each of the skins have like different attributes that can help you hunt depending on what
Why
you're
wouldn't
doing.
I just play God of War if I want to hunt monsters?
Hard side.
Because
Listen, saying
it's-
that this is the best Monster Hunter ever is like saying this is the best herpes ever.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
damn!
All right.
That's terrible.
Gonorrhea.
I mean, this game is super popular. I mean,
So is herpes.
There's a lot
Oh,
of
shit.
Saying.
There's a lot of weebs.
a lot of
worldwide.
weebs playing this game. I mean, there's people loving this game, loving it. I'm playing it like still. Now I have fucking the Oathbreaker up here talking shit, talking about you need to get your master rank up. My master rank's higher than yours now. I done this. Now I'm like, hold up. A month and a half ago, you was like, fuck this game. And now you all about like, you ain't on my level type shit. I'm like, fuck
Hard
you.
180.
Cardi just sitting there
this-
wearing a kimono, playing this game, fucking eating this ramen
Got
with
fucking
chopsticks and
putting
shit.
sandals on.
Don't forget, veggie platter from my cat. You know,
Fuck
get that stamina
I
up.
get the chef's platter, baby. Get your full health.
Eating ramen with the fucking.
You got to get your affinity up.
Oh, man.
Is there
man.
an end to it, or is it just endless? Fucking...
Yes, there's an end to the main story, but there's end game content,
Hunting don't stop now.
and there's event. There's an event every month.
yeah.
Every month there's an event. You can get exclusive stuff during the event. If you miss the event, you have to wait for the next month.
You know what you win
to
at,
get the event
at the end of all those events? No fucking pussy.
Oh,
what
yeah,
you
there
get.
ain't no business.
No
you
fucking
can-
pussy.
Blue, get in here, goddammit. I know you were out like last week drinking and shit for New Year's and all that bullshit.
Yes.
What else you been? Have you been traveling? What else the fuck you been doing? You been playing anything?
I've been pretty low key lately.
Working on your house?
Yeah, doing some house stuff. Like, I helped out a neighbor because one of her trees fell over in the backyard, and I helped her kind of take it down. So I haven't really been doing.
Hey
too
man, you
much.
did some lumberjack shit. A tree fell and you picked it up off of the
I was like,
almost dead lady.
No, it was like a branch or something like that, or like a big ass like oak ridge. What's it called? Redwood branch. So it was
Goddamn.
pretty fucking big. But it fell in the backyard. I just chopped it up for her and pet it away. She's like an elderly lady, so I'm trying to do my part.
Look at you
right
helping
on.
people.
So I didn't get a chance to talk about it last week, but the day after Christmas, I got a chance to sit.
Herpes? No.
No, I already got Monster Hunter World. But I got a chance to sit and listen to Dr. Cornel West speak. He spoke, I guess he's from Sacramento, which I had no idea. I guess he was born in Oklahoma. He was born in Tulsa.
Oh, wow.
And he mentioned about like the whole, the Black Wall Street stuff, but he grew up in Sac. So he came out to visit his mom because his mom's in Sac, which I didn't know. There's a school named after her. He went to the public library there, and I guess the library wasn't prepared for the amount of people that were coming to see this man talk.
big star.
But yeah, I guess they were just thinking that maybe a handful of people, but no, he packed the room. And, like
shit.
there's people upon people to hear him speak, and he went over an extra hour. But it was really insightful listening to him talk about the current climate, personal goals and stuff like that, and his past work. Like this guy, I mean, he is very critical of both the left and the right, but he will, I guess, consult with political parties. But he talked about how he was critical about basically all the stuff that Kronos was about, the drone strikes and the values of lives. Like a baby born in Libya has the same value as a baby born in Sac.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. He just went on and on. It was great to hear him talk. He got a lot of people basically back on track.
Very
Just
nice.
listen to him speak. And I think it was an honor to hear this man. I forgot that this dude's in movies. Like he's in the Matrix. He's in 2 Matrix films. He's in a couple other films. I'm like, damn, here I am live and direct with this guy, and he was a tremendous speaker. It was great to see him.
You try to slide him DMs?
No. In the cast?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're not ready for
that kind
celebrity
of
interviews. No, just until the Infinity. When the Infinity Base is done, we'll hit them all up.
Dude, I get so many emails from San Diego Comic Con for scheduling interviews and stuff.
I do too.
We'll get right back on it this year.
This year is done.
Yeah. Stitch though, you found newfound fuel for hating on a movie. Still, it sounds like with Birds of Prey. What's this about the hours? What's this new fuel?
I don't know for sure. I that's why I just asked if it was legit or not. But supposedly, I guess the runtime for Birds of Prey 147 and everything.
Okay.
I didn't really have all that much of an interest in watching it in the theater.
True.
And my gripe, what I've said numerous times about Suicide Squad, was they didn't do enough to make me care about Harley and Joker's backstory. They didn't do enough to. I mean, yeah, I know their romance and everything, but show it and everything. Make me understand why she's crazy for him and everything, and give me that backstory and stuff like that. And that's not even counting all the non-screen time that whatever Boomerang dude had, and all those other
Captain
Boomerang, and all those other people that randomly died and shit. That I'm supposed to be like, oh shit, that person went down. I don't remember his name. I don't remember what he fucking even did in that movie. So I think Suicide Squad also did a poor job of setting the table with those characters and those chess pieces. I just kind of raised my eyebrow that now we have this Birds of Prey movie with more characters that we're being introduced to, for the most part, that especially those that aren't really into the comic book culture, that they're going to see on the screen for the first time, and we're going to have even of a shorter time period to be invested in their adventure and everything. That I've already been kind of critical, and I know they need to sell that as this is the Harley 2 movie, and that's where they're banking and getting all their money from.
It is.
But I think it's a disservice to not give the people that are watching it some backstory on some of these other characters.
The whole DCU, they do that. Like even with like the Justice League, they didn't build up the other characters. They just threw everybody into a fucking movie. They're trying to play catch up with Marvel.
True.
Well, and I think with the whole full female cast thingy, like I think that's what they're trying to do is show like, oh, we're gonna make money off of this full female cast.
But you think it's just too short? That's it. Roughly 2 hours. Is it long enough?
I mean, if they pull it off, they pull it off or whatever. There's no set magic number, but just based on what they've done before, it makes me feel a little bit hesitant about them being able to put together a backstory on some of these characters, give them their due screen time to make me care about them, just rather than being like, oh yeah, look at Harley. Oh yeah, that chick over there. Don't worry about her. Oh, Harley's talking to this person. I forget her name again. Don't worry. She'll be gone in 20 seconds.
Yeah,
and everything.
Her head's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
I mean, Birds of Prey is a pretty popular like DC. Normally it's a trio. And compared to Suicide Squad,
you said it was popular?
Yeah, I was gonna jump in, but
for DC, I mean, they're not the Avengers.
I think Justice League. I think Teen Titans. Before even maybe Justice League Dark almost before I think about Birds of Prey.
So Birds of Prey, none of those that you mentioned had like Birds of Prey had a TV show back in early 2000s.
Oh, Ninja, what's the last Birds of Prey comic that you read?
I read the Rebirth one, the first one that came out, but I didn't pick up any
Rebirth was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, like 5-6 years, man.
But still, I mean, everyone who's a fan of the Birds of Prey know that Barbara Gordon was the one who put them together. She's not even in the film.
But this movie isn't really for the hardcore Bird of Prey
fans. I
get
that, but I mean, if you're watching Arrow, and there's a lot of people watching Arrow and the crisis that's going on right now, Black Canary's on that show. And she's in this film. Her relationship with Green Arrow is huge.
I don't feel any buzz about this movie at all. None. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'll watch it eventually. Not in the theaters.
Okay.
But I'll watch it eventually. It doesn't seem very interesting to me at all. But I also haven't seen a trailer.
Okay.
You know,
did they do the trailer?
Yeah, there's a trailer.
Yeah, they did one.
The problem is the trailer for a lot of people that I saw, they saw the trailer, but they see Harley and all these other characters. They're like,
it's her movie.
They're like, who are these people?
A lot of ways.
But I'm like, there's Huntress, there's supposedly
No,
the new Batgirl.
You gotta stop because nobody's gonna know that shit.
Yeah, that's the problem. Nobody knew.
That's what my
watching the
concern
trailer.
is, and I just it makes me concerned that with that short of a movie time, are we going to even know about these other characters?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, are we gonna see? I don't know.
Well, Birds of Prey has a good long run. Like they have over 300 comics that they've issued.
Over the years.
No, maybe a little over 200 over fucking a couple of years. So they originally dropped in 1999. Between that and 2019, they've had about 200 comics.
Yeah, but recently they
That's
have. they
not
haven't
that
had
much.
many. Yeah. Listen, this is not. They're not doing a really good job, really, like promoting this film at all. And I don't think that most people are going to be even interested to see a Harley Quinn movie, except for Harley Quinn fans, which they're out there. I mean, my oldest daughter is one of them. She's definitely going to watch this film. But I think for the vast majority of Americans, or anybody, they're going to be like, who's this?
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
she's
think,
got sidekicks now?
yeah, it's gonna be like this is Harley's film with all these characters, but these characters in the DC universe are more at least medium tier. I mean, you got Black Canary, Batgirl, which is supposed to be in this, the Asian Batgirl, Cassandra Cain, and then Huntress.
They're not even medium. To those,
Yeah.
all those you just named are not even medium tier to me.
D minus.
Yeah, they're D League. Yeah.
So I mean,
I'll say
people
it again
that
for me. I'll say it again for me. It's gonna make. I'm going to watch this. It's gonna make or break on Margot and Ewan McGregor. If I like those two and they have obviously prominent roles in this, then I might dig it. If I don't like one of or both of those, then this ain't gonna work. But I like the trailer.
I hope that it's a breakout role for Margot Robbie because I cannot name to you a single leading role of a movie that Margot Robbie has done. Not one.
Not leading. She's been great in certain ones where she hasn't led. Like she was great in Wolf of Wall Street. I will give her props on that.
That's the only movie I can think of hers.
But she was Leo's wife. And
Yeah, no, that's solid, but that's the only movie I can think of her.
Once upon a
She was in
time,
Once
she was,
Upon a
she was
Time.
good in that one, but she's not the main.
in,
I didn't watch that
Yeah.
one.
she's in Bombshell, which is out in theaters now.
But if somebody's listening to this and they're getting mad at me, fuck you, first of all. But I mean, something happened with Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot was not a leading lady until she did Wonder Woman. So that's why I said I hope that she makes something of this and it's big. But I wouldn't be surprised that it's not big, because
I wouldn't
it
either.
seems kind of obscure and it seems like they're following the same kind of shitty DC formula. Like really, like looking at like the
Is she the lead for Suicide
the
Squad?
posters.
No, she's not the lead for.
No.
Well, I mean,
That's like-
we know she's the not. We know Will's the whatever,
Will's
the
the
better
lead.
actor, but
Yeah, what was the first name? Yeah,
Okay.
it was Will's.
she-
It was Will's movie, and she was second billing.
She did have one first building in I, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya, where she plays Tanya
where she
Harding.
played Tanya Harding.
Did anybody
I
watch
never
that?
watched
No,
Nobody
I heard
watched
it was
that.
fucking fucked up.
I don't need to. I'm not
Well,
big
the-
on watching
the
movies. I
two-story's
already know
fucked
that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We lived during those times.
Yeah, I don't
Her-
need to re-see it in
her porn-
3-hour form.
Her porn is fucked up. Just
Wait,
saying.
Tanya Harding on porn?
Yeah, she had a porn.
She also do
porn
boxing?
table, yeah,
She takes a
might
baton and sticks it.
have. Oh!
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, the movie budget was 11 million and it made 53 million.
That's
So
pretty good. Not
decent. I
bad.
mean, it's not a big block
She
off
does a good job playing crazy. If you think about it,
Yeah, there you go. That's actually
she plays crazy.
common denominator. Yeah. So we'll see. If we got another month or so, they'll probably get into more advertising now that like during football
Super Bowl.
playoffs and all that.
Super Bowl, we'll
and
see
all that
something.
stuff.
We're definitely going to see something for Black Widow Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, because that's May, and we'll see something for Bond as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Actually, probably taking it a little bit, even though there's not a lot of buzz about it, but it's coming, we're probably going to see something during the Super Bowl is Dune. Because that's supposed to be a huge fucking movie, and nobody's talking about it, really. We haven't seen set photos, nothing. But
thought
I
there
know
was.
I
it's
don't even know
wrapped.
what the hell Dune is.
Yeah, Dune's based
You know
off
what
of...
Dune
it's a-
is?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm thinking
never-
of-
with the sandworms and shit.
Is it Frank Herbert? Was it?
Yeah.
I read the book.
Trevor.
I know Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that size, but it's based off a book. I mean, it had a TV series on Sci-Fi, The Children of Doom and whatnot. Very popular Ader's book. There's like a shit ton of Hollywood people, but we'll
So
probably
this
see
is a remake, obviously.
Yeah, it's
right?
a reinterpretation of the book. Whatever, remake,
This
whatever.
is sci-fi like god tier status.
Yeah.
Like Dune the book. Like it's a really great book.
Yeah, so we haven't seen anything yet, but I'm saying right now, Super Bowl, we're gonna see probably our first trailer, something big, and it's a summer movie, I believe.
I thought you were talking about
not Doom.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Doom. I was like,
Oh,
isn't that
Doom
coming
the
to Netflix?
game? No.
No,
It
it's
is
coming to Netflix.
So
or
yeah,
it is out on Netflix.
No, yeah. Has anybody watched that? There's a Doom series
No.
on Netflix.
No.
Like,
Wait,
It's
based
a
off of
movie,
the
I thought.
Doom guy video game.
Supposedly.
The Rock
Supposedly.
video game.
The
The Rock like fucking shits on
How
himself.
dare you?
Damn.
The Rock video game.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Rock.
Well,
The
but
Rock versus Carl
It was
Urban.
based on a video game.
Yeah, but he like shits on it every time someone brings it up to him. He's like, "Fuck that movie."
He wasn't a
He was
good
real
actor.
angry.
Yeah, because he's the villain in that film. It's like one of the only times he's like a villain.
Didn't they make a Spy Hunter movie?
Yeah.
What's
Oh
Rock
yeah,
in that?
I don't know if that ever got released. It might be on video.
Obscure ass shit.
That's hella.
Kronos, how far are you getting in Fallen Order? Any additional plan or no?
I played a bit. I need to play more. I went back just because Moxie's Heist came out.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I'm just gonna play that now. So I've been playing Moxie's Heist, and I beat it. It's actually a really good DLC, just like any other, Borderlands DLC.
But how long is it?
It's like solid, at least 10 hours.
Okay,
That's good.
Like it's actually really
Because
big.
it started, because when I was like, oh yeah, it's downloaded because I got the season pass or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
I was like, it was a huge thing. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to wait a while to play, and I got distracted thinking my boys were gonna play Modern Warfare. But
Yeah, it took me like
Been half played.
2, 3, maybe 4 days to beat.
okay,
Like it was a while. So maybe it might have been more than 10 hours for me.
okay,
But it's really good. And like you have new guns, new legendary drops, and if you play the game, definitely have corrosive weapons or you're gonna get fucked up. If you don't have corrosive weapons, like you're gonna get mollywopped.
Nice.
Yeah. Luckily I had some. I had that crazy ass gun from the it's a shotgun that I got from
Oh, the scare one?
the subsidized terror fearmonger.
Yeah.
And that fucking gun is just like the shit, and it eats away fucking any like armor. So, and I had a few of the weapons too that do really well. But there's like some really good guns that they have in that game, like in the new DLC. So it's definitely worth playing. And it's funny because Handsome Jack is back.
Oh, nice.
Well,
good.
he's quote unquote back.
That was such a great character.
Yeah. So it's good they brought him back. Moxie's in the mix too, and like you're doing the heist thing.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah,
That's like the
there
whole
you go.
thing. Like it's awesome. So I think it's really funny that we had that episode of
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty, yeah, and then we have like the whole heist thing with Borderlands. It's like it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quickly, I know everybody's asking. Everybody wants to fucking know one thing. They want to know when the fuck these golden eggplant nominations and awards are going to be. We have to put out the list. I think we can get it done by maybe this time next week.
Yes,
I think so.
definitely.
We'll get it out.
Yeah.
I got a few notes. I need to add those in.
Thanks, Dad, still.
Yeah, let's put it out there. Let's let the people fucking decide.
Well, what's funny is that I was like, why are we waiting so long? I've been busy over the past year or so. I'm like, it's been a while since we had the Golden Eggplant Awards, and I think that we should do this every year. The year after.
Yeah, in January.
Yeah.
Because like if we would have done it when we normally did, like in November, we would have missed The Witcher.
Yep.
We would have missed Lost in Space 2. We would have missed like there's a whole bunch
Season
of
finale
shit too.
of what's the name was dope.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot. Yeah, there's a lot of good shit that you miss in that year. That if you have it in like the normal time frame, like you're gonna miss out.
Yeah, they're dropping stuff in late December now.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
fine,
modern
yeah.
world, and some of it's fire. So
Well, what tripped me out? So like the first time I saw that they were dropping like legit shit in December was for gaming, and it was for Far Cry 3. And
Was
it was
that in
like
December?
Yes,
Yeah, it was like first week, wasn't it?
Because like nobody played it at first.
Yeah.
Because they were like nobody fucking buys games in December.
yeah,
And I was just like, I bought it, and
Yeah.
I was just like, this game is the shit.
Yeah.
And I played the previous Far Cry's, and I was like, the previous Far Cry's were like tech demos.
yeah,
They were like, meh, but Far Cry 3 was the shit.
Yeah, Fire 3 was awesome.
good shit. So yeah, give us till next week. We should have it out there for the people, and then maybe at end of January or first week in February, we're gonna drop that fucking big ass show.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
Oh, that was results.
What?
No, we did the results. We did. It looks like we did in February. We gave the results. So
Yeah, because we let the voting go on, I think, for a month.
yeah.
Maybe like an extra week or whatnot. So we can always wait, but we're going to put it out so people can vote. What? So next week?
Yeah,
We
get on
can
that.
have it out this time next week.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
All right.
Book it.
We want to do some, now that all five of us are here, we can do some Oathbreaker takes.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy,
Oh, shit.
fire
Here
it
we
up.
go.
Yeah. So for those of you who are new to the podcast or whatnot, Oathbreaker takes is we're going to take one hot or cold take, and we're going to just agree or disagree. If one of us wants to take further discussion on that topic, then someone's going to call point of order.
All right.
They gotta come with a cool word instead of point of order. Like, fuck that shit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Right. Well, until then. So first hot take, cold take is.
How many are we doing? We're doing 3?
We'll do 3 or 4 because some of these are going to be probably pretty quick. So first one that we got is split screen gaming
Here we go.
is outdated. Agree or disagree? We're gonna start with Cronus this time.
Fucking agree, because they're still doing
Oh,
it.
no. You always break these goddamn rules. Disagree is what you said. Go ahead.
Blue.
I'm gonna say agree.
Ooh, okay.
What you got?
I disagree.
I disagree.
Agree, goddammit.
Oh, god dang.
Just vote it down. Shut the fuck up. About it.
Named in 1994.
Yeah, we fucking giant fucking TVs.
Next take we got is Game of Thrones had the most disappointing finale. Agree or
Wait,
disagree?
disappointing finale, but it's not comparing it to anything. Just
It is comparing it.
basically
Oh.
a very
And
disappointing.
a very disappointing finale. Cronus. start with
Disagree.
you. Blue.
Never watched it.
No, I forgot about that.
I disagree. Stitch.
Come back to me on that one because I was thinking in comparison, but now I got to think.
No,
in general.
comparison, just
In general.
in general.
He can, I can go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's gotta be a
I'm
comparison.
going to say I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting.
So we got a tie.
Yeah. So going to work on a Friday should be illegal.
Illegal?
Illegal.
Okay.
Agree, disagree. Cronus. Agree or disagree?
I don't go to work on Fridays
Oh.
or
Oh.
Thursday.
Oh.
So
But should it be illegal?
we should have a 4-day work week. Can I call point of
Do
order?
the
Yeah,
point of
do the
order.
point of
thing,
order.
if
There
you
we go.
need
Point of order. The 4-day work week is the best. I've been working a 4-day work week for like at least 8 years now, and the fact that people go into work 5 days a week is fucking stupid.
So apparently they're doing studies on this. They're saying people over 40 benefit more from a 4-day work week.
Yeah,
But if you're under 40, I guess 5 days okay?
Well,
Because they're
then
fucking dumb.
your question's flawed. Then you're saying Friday as a day or whatever,
It's a work day.
but he's talking about having a 4-day work week. I'm for having a 4-day work week and being more productive during the course of the week, but just being like, it's Friday, let's just shut everything down. Like that's flawed in itself. No, I don't.
Oh,
agree
no,
with that.
like,
That's
you
how you
talking
worded
about-
the question was Friday.
Friday, yeah?
You know what's funny is that like there used to be no weekends. Like people used to work fucking 7 days a week.
Yes, and that's why we have Labor Day, which
Yeah.
is why I'm. This is a whole nother discussion. The fourth industrial revolution, like it's gonna be disastrous because literally the last revolution that we had. The reason why I have Labor Day. Prodigy knows about this. I'm pretty sure you do because they had riots and people died and property damages in the fucking millions of dollars back then, which is basically billions of dollars today. Anyway, yeah, you don't need to work. Any company that's out there that has employees. You don't need to have every employee working 5 days a week.
Right.
You can easily stagger your workforce to work 4 days a week, and you would actually get 7 days of fucking work of productivity out of all of them if you just stagger their fucking workout.
Right.
Yep.
But they don't do it because they're fucking stupid. Like I said, like the way that I work Sunday through Wednesday, and other people on my team, and I'm a team lead for what I do. And other folks that I work with, they work, Monday through Friday. Some other folks work Wednesday through Saturday. And that's the way you should do things. I think that if everybody did the 4-day work week, you would be able to do shit that you wanted to do during the workday, during normal work days, and you're way more free. Like, just think about sacrificing 2 hours of your day every week for 4 days to get an extra day off.
Dude, that's fucking golden.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wouldn't do that?
Yeah.
That's what I did. I never looked fucking back.
But then also you gotta take into account too, like, you know, you're not driving to work, so you got like that 1 hour or 2 hour commute.
I don't do that
back
anyway.
and forth. Well, I'm just saying for the normal folks, like that you get that fucking time back. You know, you get more time to be able to do stuff and like kind of de-stress and kind of, you know, stay away from work and like spend time with the
your
family.
Yeah, that's like the main thing for me is like on Thursday and Friday, it's like the me and Riley show, me and my daughter. The only time I'm not with her is when I do jujitsu for like an hour to an hour and a half. And that's it. The rest of the time, it's me and her. We hang out.
She hasn't learned how to choke people out yet?
She will soon.
Oh,
she's really big, so she's got to go soon.
One of the interesting facts that I was literally just reading this past weekend, during the hunter-gatherer days, to take you way fucking back, they had more free time.
You reading Sapiens?
Yeah. Sapiens by Noah Yuval Harari. Really good anthropology and history book. But anyway, they had more free time than we do with the 40-hour week. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, they had a lot of other things going on, and people died in childbirth and, you know, and all of that, but with a much higher frequency, but more free time in, like, caveman days, basically.
Well, it's also because we're like, I almost feel like we need to have separate podcasts because we're getting into like some deep dive shit, which I don't know where it's going to land with our listeners. But it's like back in the day, like there was more of a trade system to where we would trade stuff for time, which is basically like if you work anywhere, you're trading your time for money. Of course. That's all you're doing. You're just trading time for money. But back then it was like way more simplistic. You know what I mean? Like if you needed something, you would trade for it. But nowadays it's more difficult because we get things that are mass farmed and mass produced. So it's like way different. So like my value that I have as a person is putting the money because it's very narrow in its usefulness, but it's fucking super valuable.
Yep. That's all fine.
But to me, like a farmer is way more valuable than like what I do in real life. Like if you can farm, you should be getting paid fucking $1 million. You know what I mean?
Well, we could go way down this, but commodities and I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So next take. No. Anime titties are better than real titties.
We did this one before.
No, we didn't.
I feel like we did.
I feel like the anime titty guy would be right.
He keeps talking about it.
I remember this one, but because it was actually Dirty Stu's question from.
Oh, he has something similar, but not
Pretty
similar.
much the exact same thing. But all right, go ahead.
He said Japanese cartoon titties.
Oh, there you go.
Hand drawn. Ain't nobody gonna pick anime titties over real titties, man.
Weaves would, so that means you would.
I'm about to say, someone I know that's sitting in this
Let me
room
ask
posted this.
my pet Palico.
Oh, shit. All right, we can go to the next one then. No one wants to see a Black Widow movie. Agree or disagree?
I wonder who's called take this
I wonder,
one.
yeah, I wonder where this came from. Cronus.
Disagree.
Blue.
What's the question again? Can I get a syllable, please?
Oh, God
Oh, what was the question? Sorry, fucking slipped my mind.
no one wants to see a Black Widow movie.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Disagree.
Y'all wrong. I agree. And fuck your couch.
Oh, shit.
All right, is that it?
No, there's a few more.
All right, well, last one. Let's do it.
All right, last one. Pegging
Shit.
is a kink only gay or bi men are
Oh,
into.
here we go. I
Wait,
thought we
where?
talked about this before too.
No. Agree or disagree?
What the fuck is pegging?
Cronus.
I know it. Disagree. I know what it is. So.
So I mean, for the
I don't-
audience, it is getting fucked in the ass as being a man by a woman with a fake dick.
Oh, okay.
Or
Read it.
or
Now, what
dildo
was-
or butt plug.
What's the question
whatever.
again? Sorry.
So
Lost me
pegging,
at pegging.
pegging is a kink only gay or bi men are into.
Oh, disagree.
I disagree.
Only get
Bunch of husbands out
It's
there.
like saying if you get your pussy eaten and you're gay. As a woman, you're a lesbian. All of a sudden, it's just like that's a really weird one.
Yeah.
pegged. Are you gay? I'm just trying to make sure I
I can
understand
see
it.
you,
So
yeah, I can see you like carrying the one and multiplying by 4.
I just can't. It goes into where I don't I can't
Oh, you
relate
can't
to.
he does not compute.
Yeah, exactly.
You over here divide by 0?
Wasn't there a football player who
Seems
said he
gay
got
to me.
That's the name of this podcast. Does not compute.
Yeah, goddamn.
Wasn't there like a football player who got his dick sucked and he said, "But I'm not gay"? Yeah.
Well, if it was by a man, then
Yeah, it was by a man. He got his dick sucked by a
Yeah.
man.
And
I'm
definitely,
like,
if you're getting fucked by a man, then yes.
So,
no
are
balls.
Are you stuck? Stitch.
I'll go with no. Right?
Okay.
Yes.
So you disagree.
Something that only gay men like. I'll go with no, obviously.
Okay.
Because people like what they like. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't mean I'm down for it, but
Okay.
I can't. Whatever.
Oathbreaker.
I agree. These were my words back in the day.
Wow.
You gay as fuck.
Imagine that. Imagine you own it up. So that's it for our takes. The
All right.
Oathbreaker takes.
Yo,
We
check
got-
it out. There's a celebrity in the Bay Area. You guys hear about this?
Oh,
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves.
Reeves. He's in
Oh,
Alameda.
Yeah, he's
He's-
in Alameda.
We're in the
McCraney-
Bay Area,
he,
so we
he
are
went
celebrities.
to. I guess he got spotted at a fucking Baskin Robbins, being fucking Keanu Reeves, just chilling by
Eating.
himself, walking to a Baskin Robbins, order some ice cream.
He's eating
went outside and just
outside.
fucking
Yeah,
chilled.
he's
Yeah,
eating outside.
That's fucking awesome.
like I think there's like a video of him sitting on a bench, like eating
Yeah.
a sandwich or something like that, and that's basically what he's doing with the ice cream, just eating ice cream all by
He's
himself.
filming
Matrix,
Matrix
I think.
4 here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Good
So
shit.
I think it's gonna be filming in Alameda and part San Francisco.
What are
Which
the-
is where the second one
I was gonna say the second
Yeah.
one was definitely filmed here.
Like they
in the East
basically
Bay.
built a fucking freeway to shoot that one scene.
They literally recreated part of 880.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do. If we don't have any B than BTIs, I don't think we do. Old Ninja, what you got populating this week, man?
Weeb hunting. Tonight and tomorrow, probably gonna go check out this place in Livermore. I went to one in Sacramento, and I didn't know there was one in Livermore, which is kind of close, easy for me to get to. It's a place called Sauce. This is a barbecue spot.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
actually pretty
Good.
good.
A few times.
Yeah, I went to one on Christmas Day.
This
I
place
didn't
sounded
know.
good.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. And they, the one in Sacramento, they let you throw fucking axes. It's like
shit.
$15. You can throw fucking axes
Like
at a
a-
fucking target. Yeah,
nice.
like an axe throwing fucking thing. And it's $15 for an hour. So I might check that out tomorrow night. We'll, I'm waiting to hear back. We'll see if we're gonna go. This weekend, watching some NFL because the 49ers are in the playoffs, so they're playing at home. So I'm gonna see how that rolls out. Yeah, we're gonna see how that plays out and whatnot. Gonna try to play some of these single player games, and that's about it.
All right, Blue, what you got populating this week, man?
So the Speediest and I were going to a friend's baby shower. It's interesting because this is if you guys were at my wedding, it was the Brazilian girl that was one of her bridesmaids,
Oh, okay.
and I guess she took maternity pictures, and she's like nude or something. Not nude, she's naked. Not something, but yeah,
Naked?
she's
I like
naked.
how
But
you
it's
say naked.
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 She was naked in Tahiti.
And
Wait.
NEKKID.
Yeah,
Wait,
naked.
wait, rewind. You were not the photographer.
No, I was naked.
Okay, I was about to say.
No, I would be fucking murdered. I'd have to do that on a download. Use a fucking alias name or some shit. But we're going to baby shower on Saturday. Definitely gonna try to jump back into Witcher. You know, I gotta see this fucking orgy.
Boy.
I mean, they got me with when they went to the wizard thing, and there was a bunch of naked people walking around. But I
Yeah.
kind of started to lose interest. Shit. I'm gonna try to watch Star Wars because I kind of wanted to die down and like I didn't want to go to a fucking full theater.
Yeah, I
but
feel it.
there's a dope theater in Cashel Valley. I want to try to watch it there because it's like one of those one movie theaters.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to go for the feel of it.
Actually, there's a cool theater in Campbell. It's like an Alamo Draft House.
Yeah.
So they serve you food and shit there.
Yeah, this place is called Chabot Theater. I
They
think it's
serve you
called.
food and fecal matter.
Yeah.
Oh, god dang.
You know,
What the fuck?
Maybe.
that shit. You just dip it.
Yeah,
in
just
the-
dip it in. It's like soup.
But yeah, other than that, just fucking working.
Good shit.
There you
Hard
go.
come back from the holidays.
Kronos, what you got?
Whew, the past few weeks, it's been a little rough. Actually, not a few weeks. Days. Actually, 2 weeks. I've been apparently being like Lance Armstrong with the Peloton bike.
Oh, yeah.
My fat ass brother decided to challenge me to like how many miles we can get on the Peloton bike. So we've been like going back and forth. And like I'm not a fucking cyclist, all right? I keep saying this. I'm not a cyclist. And my legs are starting to feel like if you took like a like a phone book, and you started slowly tearing it. That's how my legs would feel. Eventually, like I've cycled like hard 11 days in a row.
Yeah.
And like on some days I cycled more than once. So like that tearing feeling was like on my legs. So I bought like this new like Gaston like fucking fascia massage tool thing to like fucking just get circulation like back in my fucking.
Do you wear the shorts though? I mean,
what's up?
Do you wear the shorts, the biker shorts?
I have like I wear pants and shorts. So,
Okay.
And some of my pants, I have 2 pairs of pants that have like the extra padding in there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Even
you
though
get
it's
the
not a
saddle
big
butt.
deal. Yeah. But I mean, I know how to sit correctly, but it's nice to have a little bit extra padding, especially now that my ass isn't so big because I'm not fat anymore. My brother doesn't have that problem because he's fat, but it's all good. Well, it's just under the foot. Listen, I mean, when he was in shape, I was fucking fat. You know what I mean? Like, because when I got out of the Marine Corps, I got fucking fat, like way fatter than he is now. So like, he's a little chubby. I was fat. He'll be all right. Anyway, so we're challenging ourselves to like get on the bike, and it's funny because like the other day, I was thinking I was gonna do like a recovery ride, like a low impact ride. So I get on the bike, I'm about to start riding, and I open the app up on the screen. First thing I see, metal ride, and I was like, there's been zero metal music on Peloton since I've been on there.
You should do like
And
hip hop and shit.
Yeah, and apparently it's like there was the first metal ride, and I was like, well, fuck that. It was like 15 minutes. I was like, I'm fucking doing it. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go.
And because it's metal, I had to fucking just keep pushing. And I did a ride earlier in the day.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's metal. I'm just gonna, because when I was like working out like heavy, and I was like a bodybuilder, I listen to metal all the time. So I'm like, if you put metal on, I'm gonna fucking push like at least 25% harder. Like I don't give a shit what I'm doing. I'm just gonna fucking push.
Plus ultra.
Yeah, so I kept doing it, and I'm trying to recover now, and I don't know, we'll see. And also, me and K-Mac, we had our 9th anniversary a couple days ago. Yesterday, the 7th. Yesterday, so we're gonna go to somewhere. There's somewhere. I know where we're going. She's going to the Ritz-Carlton.
There you go.
We're going to the Ritz-Carlton. In San Francisco. We're gonna do some. We're gonna get some massages and do some cool like couple shit. So it'll be fun.
Cool.
That's awesome.
It's expensive.
I should book something for the sweetest and I because our anniversary or the day we met is coming up.
Wait, you still celebrate that one, not the wedding one?
We do the wedding, but just something special.
His wife is Mexican, so they celebrate everything.
There you go.
First time we
All right. You know what I'm doing. God damn it. You know I'm fucking weebing. You know what I mean? With my fucking Mjolnir, leveling up with the blue coral crystal and my veggie platter. But I'm gonna get on Spec Ops, and you know what? Some people have never seen weeb hunting. So we need to twitch out the weebing. You know what I mean? You need to see a dinosaur get hit in the face.
You need to build a gun lance.
Fuck a gun lance. I got a hammer.
Fuck your hammer.
Mjolnir.
Gun lance.
With my Pookie shell. Anyway.
Oh, right on. I've been building.
Sorry.
We all
Take us out.
So you just listen to Black and Black times Infinity.
Infinity.
Damn, there you go. We're on the internet, obviously. Check us out. Check us out with Beathan BTI. That's at BTHANBTI on Twitter.
At your mama house.
You can check us out on Spotify now, Radio Republic, Stitcher,
Infinity,
Player FM, SoundCloud, YouTube. Our official website, binheadproductions.com/BTI. We're also, we have an Amazon app to let you know when we go live. And on Twitch, which you'll see us weeb hunting, Twitch TV/BTI.
Big ass Mjolnir hammer.
Charge blade, fuck your shit.
Oh.
Charging that shit up. Files in your face.
With the buff.
Does not compute.
Raytheon.